Liz Cheney is so loathsome on every level that even with her last name, voters in Wyoming rejected her in the Republican primary recently, so she's out, but she's got a couple more months in Congress, and she's spending her time not helping the state she supposedly represents, but attacking Kari Lake in Arizona. So Cheney is so obsessed with Kari Lake that she cut an ad against her. Watch this.
I don't know that I have ever voted for a Democrat, but if I lived in Arizona, I absolutely would. You have a candidate for governor, Kari Lake. You have a candidate for Secretary of State, Mark Finchem, both of whom have said that they will only honor the results of an election if they agree with it. And if you care about the survival of our republic, we cannot give people power who will not honor elections.
I've never voted for a Democrat. Well, of course, Liz Cheney is a left-wing Democrat. Let's stop lying. So in response to that ad, Kari Lake wrote this letter to Liz Cheney. It begins, quote, "Dear Liz, thank you for your generous in-kind contribution to my campaign. Your recent TV ad urging Arizonans not to vote for me is doing just the opposite. Our campaign donations are skyrocketing, and our website nearly crashed from the traffic." Kari Lake is running for governor of Arizona. As noted, she joins us tonight. Kari Lake, thanks so much for coming on. Is that true?
That's true. Liz Cheney now is officially my biggest fundraiser to date. We've raised $500,000 since she did the anti-endorsement, and people are still flocking to our website, karilake.com, and donating. It's been an incredible boom for us in fundraising. So I got to extend a big thank you to Liz. And at this rate, Tucker, we might have to invite her to our inaugural ball because we're going to have to thank her for bringing in so much fundraising money for us.
Well, but you'd think it's a little weird since she is a congresswoman still from Wyoming. She's got a lot of hobbies. She could be planning a new invasion of Somalia or something, but she's attacking you. She's very focused on you. Why? Why is that, do you think?
Well, I think the same reason I'm being attacked by the media. I'm speaking the truth. I mean, you talked about it in your monologue tonight. We can't talk about all these issues because the media has told us they're prohibited. You know, you can't talk about vaccines. You can't talk about elections. You can't talk about Paul Pelosi, exactly. And now you can't talk about Nancy Pelosi, and you can't talk about the elections, and you can't talk about COVID, and I'm talking about all those things because I still believe we have a little bit of the First Amendment left, but I'm dangerous to people like Liz Cheney and the folks that she hangs out with, and they want to stop people like me.
Words are powerful. I will say the left, Liz Cheney, for example, they understand that. So I want to ask your reaction to this story. So recently the headquarters for Katie Hobbs, that's the person you're running against in the governor's race, will not debate you, was vandalized. The suspect broke in and stole a few things. The suspect's name is Daniel Mota dos Reyes, and reportedly he's an illegal immigrant to this country. What's your reaction to that story?
He's currently in this country illegally, and I had heard that as well. But, you know, you can't say that now because you can't talk about that. It's insensitive. And the press won't report that. And I'm glad that you just said that because that's right. He is currently in this country illegally, just like it sounds like we've had many other instances where people are here illegally and the reporters never even ask that, because it proves the point that having a wide open border means more crime, higher incidence of crime for American citizens. And that's what we're seeing here in Arizona. And you talked about the homeless man that was found, half naked in Pelosi's home. This is why Republicans have ideas to stop these problems. I have a homeless policy. The press doesn't want to talk about that. I have a policy to work to end chronic street homelessness, get people help, get them off the streets, and return quality of life for the hardworking people of Arizona. But the press would rather act like there's been some Watergate break-in at my opponent's office. I don't even know where her office is, by the way. I assumed it was in a basement somewhere. They'd rather cover that and make up lies than cover our policies, which will actually help the people of Arizona and make them safer. The press has gone bad, and the people are awake to it.
The fact that even run someone as lame as Katie Hobbs for governor of a major state tells you that they believe they have the system wired. They think they can't lose. I mean, why wouldn't they pick someone who can talk?
Well, her twin sister, actually, there was some undercover video of her the other day saying that she voted for me. And I was listening to her in that undercover video, and she could actually communicate a little better. And I thought, well, she's obviously smarter if she voted for me, and she can obviously articulate some points. Why didn't they run her twin sister instead of Katie, who can't seem
Yeah.
to articulate even her policies before the people of Arizona in a debate.
Damn, it's almost sad. Kari Lake joining us tonight. Thank you very much.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson Tonight.